toxic and repeating yourself
It's
and
enough.
just sitting here seething, being mad that
Okay.
we're doing our job,
No, it's not. It's subs. I'm serious. It's a sub. If I see you, I hear you, I love it. Thank you for your long-time support. I will personally ban you if you don't give it a rest.
Yeah, we're taking your
Okay.
opinions into consideration.
you.
We might not even make a YouTube video on this if that's, whatever. But, you don't need to sit here and make us feel bad. Like,
Imagine having to put up with this. Imagine creating this community. This is YouTuber Girlfriend Reviews, which is a very progressive lady, and as you can see, she is now being harassed for playing that evil wizard game, which is bringing suffering upon the world. Of course, that a lot of progressive outlets have accused her of cry bullying, right? Like, she is harming people by playing a video game, and therefore it is completely justified for people to abuse her, and she should shut the fuck up, according to the most enlightened new human plus individuals, which I call them very progressive and enlightened. Now, this Now, I would also like to point out that the video game has a trans character in. Oh my god. I was so not taken aback by this because I legitimately do not care. The reason that I supported this game was for two reasons. Number one, it looks good. I haven't played it yet. I'm waiting for it to come out on PC. It comes out tomorrow. If I don't like it, there is always the refund ability for me, which is why I prefer PC over PlayStation. But besides that, the only other reason I'm playing it is because it upsets moral busybodies. Like, how can I live my life without upsetting moral busybodies? Upsetting moral busybodies is a moral good. It is important for a healthy society to upset moral busybodies. And therefore, if they tell me not to play a game, I have to play it. The fact that I have a refund available, that's more to the better. But I genuinely don't care it has a trans character in it. I knew that the game is woke. Like, I listened to what the commentators have said about it, the developers in various interviews. I can look on their Twitter. Like, that is not surprising to me. It's an American game. Every American game that came out in the last 5 years is woke, by definition. The only thing that I would care about is if they start insulting me. Right? Like, I as the customer, if I'm getting called a bigot, a racist, or something, if they tell me not to buy their game, then okay, fine, I'm not buying it. But if they're like, like having progressive issues and they want to put the trans character in the game, of course, trust me on this one. The PC, from what I understand, is moddable. There will be that mod. I will make that video. Eventually, someone is going to tinker with that character. And when they do, there's going to be a lot of people upset on Twitter. But until then, I can safely say that I don't care. The left seems to be more upset about this. I have seen many people on Twitter who consider this to be pandering because the company does not understand the issue. You see the issue, and in a way it's coherent with the boycott. The issue isn't that the people at the company are transphobic. No, the issue is that J.K. Rowling is making money, right? So if J.K. Rowling is making money and she is a great evil and harm upon the world, then the company should not have done this game. Okay, so if they add a trans character in it, that doesn't matter because J.K. Rowling is still getting paid. And by the way, if you look at J.K. Rowling's ideology and you actually analyze it, she's not against trans people. Like, she respects their pronouns and everything, from what I gathered. She just doesn't want them in women's spaces. So if you really wanted to upset her, you should have had, like, this trans character go into women's spaces, okay? And then J.K. Rowling would have been upset. But just adding a trans character in the game, I don't think she really cares that much. She's probably laughing at this, so you haven't managed to upset the left. You haven't managed to upset the right. It is, yes, like, this whole... it's obviously pandering, right? Like, this character would not have existed if it wasn't for this particular controversy. From what I understand, they added it late in the development. But... again, like, no one cares, the left nor the right. This is not what it's about. And it even started to become a culture war in and of itself, right? Where people are trying to upset the moral busybodies and other people are trying to prevent you from playing the game. But at the end of the day, I would agree that this is ridiculous if the game was bad. But from what I see, looking at it, visually at least, and the way the plot goes, it seems interesting. Again, if I'm wrong, I can always refund it. Haven't purchased it yet. Okay, I pre-ordered it. I'm waiting for it to arrive. It's probably going to come tomorrow. And then I'm going to tell you guys how I feel about the game. But I am really curious, like, if transgender people weren't a thing, like, how many copies would the game have sold? Like, would they sold more or less? Now, there is an accusation that I heard on the internet, which is a very interesting one, that this is part of a marketing campaign. So a company is trying something different now, right? Like, they're trying to get someone accusing people that, hey, if you're playing this game, you're homophobic, and then people are going like, oh, well, then we're going to play the game. Hey, if you're playing the game, you're transphobic, and then people are like, oh, well, who are you to tell us what to do? Then we're going to play the game. I heavily doubt that a company is intelligent enough to pull something like this because it's a very risky move. But there have been times in history where companies did pull stuff like this. The best example is GTA. GTA paid Fox News in order to say that it's a murder simulator and it's a horrible game and parents shouldn't allow their kids to play it. And it actually worked. GTA sold more copies because of that. So it would be possible, very unlikely, but is it in the realm of possibility? Sure. And that would be a good thing. It would mean that the companies would start to understand that there is a market for people that hate moral busybodies. And if you cater to this market in a smart way, you might make money. I don't think that's the case, though, right? But suffice to say, it seems to be doing very well right now. Despite the boycott, it's at the top of the Twitch streaming list. Hassan Piker is very upset because he can't stream it, because this is what's happening now on Twitch. There are people who get less views and get less super chats because they're not streaming the game, while other people who are streaming the game not only get more views and more super chats, but they're getting new subscribers. So not streaming it is bad. And the thing is, like, the more progressive and the more subscribers people have, the more likely they are not to stream the game because their community has them by the balls. And I have seen this happen with several Twitch streamers. It's very sad, but, well, that's the culture they created. I don't think there is any video game that I would want to play and my community wouldn't allow me to. There are video games that I can't play that YouTube wouldn't allow me to, but that's a different story. Like, imagine if I played Manhunt. In this day and age. Was made by Rockstar, I believe. Very good game. I remember I was a kid when I played it. Didn't understand much, but definitely left an impression. Anyway, thank you for watching. And if you want to support this channel, you can get the best buyer's remorse on the internet by clicking the link right there. The one down there, you click it. Best buyer's remorse you'll ever get. So I'll see you guys in the comment section. Take care.